Priscilla's here. Ready to go. Hey, Priscilla. Always needs attention. That's not very often. Yeah, somebody doesn't want me to say anything. Yeah, I wonder why. The new age is watching. Yeah, loving light and getting high over. Yeah, make it through life without getting high on stuff. Get high on life instead, whatever that. Yeah, yeah. Hug a tree instead. Jeez. Man, I'm a mess. Jeez. I was fine for it until I went online. Gee, I wonder why. Priscilla's here to save the day. Give me all the attention. Just pay attention to me. Don't do anything else. It's where things are. Yeah, I guess it can only go down from here. I guess we'll find out Monday. I think it was. I was feeling that Monday. I don't know. Well, yeah, Monday somewhere. Obviously, now is Monday, so I guess we'll get some idea where this is heading into. As for the war situation throughout the week, of course, definitely Monday. Something about Monday. Counterattack or something like that. Jeez, I think we're at a U.S. is at a terrible or so it's like 9/11. I'm not sure if it's. I haven't seen anything. I just heard about it. I mean, whatever. They're going to do this no matter what. So, I guess this is kind of like a purge of. I guess we'll find out. This is going to go on for months, of course. This isn't going to be like. So it's hard to. Obviously, there's certain things you just don't want to predict. I mean, just go with it, right? Well, you can do whatever it was who it would be, though. The one that predicts chaos, if you're into that. Like the psychic twins, they just want to predict everyone's doom. That's quite the resume there. The damnation of humanity, and we're just going to predict it on a daily basis. Yeah, we're right about that. We're right about that. Like, what the hell are you tapping into? Who's your soul? Sell your soul to. Well, even some of his conspiracy theorists, some of them are Orion agendas. It's like, oh, I hate doing this, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but send your donation. The World War III, World War IV is coming. Send your donations, and it's kind of gross, actually. It's very imperial, elite energy there. Of course, they have to look like they're struggling. And of course, they probably are at some level, but still, it's like it's propaganda. It's not something that you find, or maybe you would find something like that in 1984, but this is our version of it. So, of course, you have the alternative media. It's there to help you, but is it? Still more nonsense, right? That's probably why I was having trouble speaking. I don't know what I'll say about all this. But, yeah, Monday's kind of a hot spot day. I don't know if anything will happen, maybe nothing. Just get a lot of vibes from money. It's funny how these things happen. It's like, let's just wait a week for something to happen. What is that shit? Of course, then something does happen. Yeah, it's, I guess we'll find, yeah, the purge. So, yeah, if you're going to stay here or go, I guess. I guess we'll find out. I'm not sure if this is going to be on a world, it doesn't mean it's going to be on a worldwide level, but, exit points are, I mean, either you go to another version of Earth or you go to another universe, or are you gonna miss this place, really? Are you really gonna miss it? I mean, really? I mean, come on. I mean, some of us are destined to be here for whatever reason. Someone needs to be part of the torture chamber, but, so. But yeah, it feels like, I guess we'll just have to wait and see for obvious reasons. But it does seem like, if you're ready to go, if you're here to go, well, I guess you'll soon see that. Of course, Iran is a lot of talk, but it doesn't mean they won't do anything. They'll probably do something. And other countries will be behind the scenes, quietly supporting them, from what I'm gathering. It just gonna snowball. And I think they said something about regime change. Isn't that Iraq stuff? Maybe Israel will pay for it. It sounds like something. Yeah, is that Iraq type of? First off, that has to go down. I don't think the Ayatollah is just gonna say, "Oh yeah, just send somebody else in here." I doubt it. Yeah, what a mess. Oh, Jesus. Because I don't think they got all the sites either. Like all the nuclear sites. Feels like there's some more out there that they're not aware of. They might not even be able to get to them by air. They're not that stupid. I mean, it's quite fascinating how they bomb those things. But it feels like they got more. Not that they're that active or they're getting anywhere, but there's other sites they haven't got to yet, from what it feels like. So this might be a never-ending battle, but it's just there to cause chaos and everything. That's a distraction. I mean, it's a good idea to check in on it if you feel the need to. If not, then don't worry about it. Don't worry, it'll come to your door if it needs to, in some form or another. Yeah. So, well, nothing you can do is just wait. I guess you can say it can only go up from here, but you never know about that. So, it's hard to come. Private sessions. Schedule it. In the shop. Well, maybe. I mean, this is where the aliens are assisting. Well, of course, the spirit beings, astral, yada yada yada. God, this world is just. World is such a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yeah, why can't we all just get along? Yeah. I guess if that was the case, it would be the Pleiades, maybe. Yeah. Too many. Well, obviously the. Well, we just get to the. I mean, we're just the Orion agendas, the military agenda, to keep society split apart, and to keep we have the Democrat, Republican, or whatever it is. Yeah, just to keep a divide here, and well. It's because the people here are so checked out, a good portion of them. It's not easy to not be checked out. Of course, it's not meant for everybody to be more in tune with themselves, but it's those that can be tuned in that choose not to be. It's like they know better, but they still don't do it. Such a pain in the ass. And they're the one. I think they're some of the reasons why this world is the way it is. They're just too damn lazy, or just too lost in their own nonsense to do evolve. So yeah, that's what the demonic, the lower dimensions are filled with beings like that. Just gave up on themselves, and of course they just do everything they can to nitpick us and everything. You know, you think you have critics here in the physical realm, the non-physical realm, at least in the lower dimensions, you got a lot of critics there too. That's all they got going for themselves. That's about it. I don't know, they got nothing. So, not that you need to focus too much on that. Well, they just want us to go down. Let's put it that way. Well, the other being, the lower dimensions went down, so we'll take everybody down with them. Just keep going down, down, and down. And this world, of course, still has some kind of potential. It wouldn't be here if it didn't. Just dislikes pain. So prolongs it at least. Likes to be. Some like to be difficult. Not everybody, but either way. All right, we're going to I guess Orion's again. Neutral energies. Yeah, it's obvious as a puzzle piece. Of course, the life is a maze. It's a prison. I mean, you don't have to look at it as a prison. I mean, technically it is, but you don't have to connect to that vibe. You can just connect to more prosperity and not put yourself into a jail. There's none of that going around as it is. Jeez. The victimism going on. Of course, we're always challenging ourselves. And that can get kind of overwhelming. This internal challenge ourselves on a daily basis, and maybe not even know it. Not that I need to focus too much on that. So, all right, going to the Orion perspective. Obviously, it's not all of the Orion beings are here to manipulate society, but a good portion are. Well, they find it once again an ignorant race, like this world. And they do everything they can to, it's a game to them. Of course, it's a game to us, too. So can you wiggle your way out of it? You could say that everybody here, not everyone's here is meant to awaken, but a good portion. That's what I mean. Those that have the potential to snap out of this, you don't have to have all the answers, but open the door to the unknown and learn about yourself. Those that have the potential choose not to see that, and that's what's like. I guess you can just they cut that energy off and just throw it back go into the cattle area, It's like, well, you can't, you're trying to, if you try to stop progress, you just have to be thrown back with the, for the rest of them, basically, Just go be an observer. Go back. Go to the back of the bus. You can say, stop interfering. Let's put it that way. All right, going to Orion energies and move on from there. Neutral connection. It's some kind of perspective, something. All right, 10 blessings. Greens, you have the Orions. Yes, a neutral energy, fourth dimension, fifth dimension perspective. The future is, well, of course, yes, it's up to you, but obviously it cannot be mapped out physically. Well, yes, many versions are already at play. And it's just a test of who's going to stay here and who's going to leave. It's not been fully decided yet. But some are planning their exit plans from the planets, because where it's going, they don't want to experience it. They don't want that experience part of their frequency. So they might find some other way of downgrading themselves further. Well, it's think like some are kind of like C students of the planet, and they're not really trying hard to awaken. So do they get put in the back? Kind of. Well, you know, they just yes. Well, you can say it in the astral realms. If they're trying to interfere with those that are trying to evolve, they do get pushed back even further because they're in the way. And there, with all of this, enlightenment will come through. Now, most won't see it. Some will see it. You'll see a change in your frequency, even an upgrade, maybe more than you might realize. A life change, whatever it might be. As the world gets chaotic, and at least you're putting the effort into the best of your ability, and that's all that matters. Those that aren't, well, those that aren't are going to feel the more consequences of not, putting a little bit more effort into themselves. Just a little bit. Instead, they just allow free to fear to unfree themselves. They have to become even more enslaved, actually. And, but that was kind of the idea of the darkness here, is to continue the slavery. You can always undo it, but some aren't. Some are afraid to, as you can be afraid to remove, to balance their darkness, not to let it overwhelm them. It's kind of like those of you, this might not be the best example, but it's kind of like your binoculars, like you're there to get a more crystal view, but it's hazy for those that are, it gets worse. Like they see nothing but fog, those that are not trying that hard. And for those of you that are clearing your frequency the best of your ability, you say are technically energetically moving to the front lines. Doesn't mean you don't feel pressure from this reality. It doesn't mean it's getting any easier, but at least you're getting some view of your own destiny at some level. You might not see all the details, of course, but it's kind of like the train tracks you're on is a little bit lighter. I mean, not exactly. Some are going through internal conflict. That's a whole other story. But it's effort. It really is just sometimes taking risks, whatever it might be, but effort. And to go into some kind of direction in your life, because you'd be surprised. That's all you can do. Because this world does have a lot of pushback, but it doesn't mean that, it might seem hopeless, but you can still arrive. We're in, disclosures. Some of you are bringing those disclosures here. It might not get a lot of fanfare, it might get a lot of pushback, but, at least you're once again putting effort into it. And yes, you find some wiggle room to get it to the people. The consciousness does push back. Many here are just, they get in their comfort zone of control. And some of you are just here to find another way in, Oh, look, society is pushing back. What a surprise. But it's like you're like the keyhole you're trying to go through. But say you go under the door and so on. You try the conventional way. Okay, that's not working, so find another way, yes. The idea is to get into the consciousness of humanity to bring some kind of awakening. Just do your thing. That's all that matters. And be surprised what's coming into the frequency. Because there is, once again, a major pushback from society. It's like a good portion of it is accepting, like some dull breakfast cereal that's not very exciting. They accept their dull existence. And not that you need to have a pristine, perfect reality, but something a little bit more fulfilling, a little bit more, of an upgrade instead of just a bland, you know, way of doing things. So think of like that's what's coming into this realm. Little by once again, there's going to be pushback, but it doesn't mean you won't see some kind of new disclosures coming soon. Blessings.